What's going on, YouTube? It's been a little while since I posted my last video, probably a couple of months, but I'm over here. I just decided to pick up the camera and start recording, working on my car. A lot of things have changed since the last video. I got this shop, basically big enough to fit maybe 4 cars in here. I got one car I parted out here, another car that's in the process of being parted out. My buddy's 350Z we're working on. And then my car right here. Really all I'm doing is my handbrake. One of the pins that holds the shoes in place snapped, and it's causing the handbrake shoe to drag onto the rotor. I'm pretty sure the backing plate's messed up, so really what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw another pin in there and just not touch the handbrake. That way no stress gets put on that pin, and hopefully it lasts me enough time to throw a hydro in this car. Because honestly, I'm tired of the stock handbrake and the handbrake extension. The shoes keep breaking, or not the shoes, but stuff keeps breaking on the handbrake assembly, and I'm just tired of dealing with it. It's about time I go with a hydro anyways. But for the meantime, I just want the noise to go away, and I figure the simplest way to do it is just throw another pin in there. Don't touch the handbrake. Don't even use it. I can park it in gear. It's not a big deal. But I'm going to swap over to my GoPro head camera and just record working on the car and talk a little bit about what's been going on. All right, guys. So like I was saying in the previous clip, a lot of stuff's changed. I got this shop and whatever, and it's been a couple of months. I already made it a huge mess. I haven't really been here that often lately. So whenever I come in here, I've been in a rush, just work on stuff, and then I gotta leave. But hopefully I want to get this place cleaned up, make it a little nicer than it is, and make this place a little more enjoyable to stay. But for the meantime, it's a huge stepping stone. It's better than working on my driveway. It's better than doing all this other stuff on the side of the road and whatever. A few other things also changed. I got some big plans for this car. As you guys can probably see, stuffed over here is a fat Chinese turbo. Got a Max Peating Rod GT35, I think 82 AR turbo. This thing should be plenty big enough to make some nice power on my car. I got a Spa turbo manifold somewhere right here. Got a tile wastegate. I got some tubing somewhere to recirculate that into the exhaust. I have a bunch of other miscellaneous parts. Here's a tube. I got some silicone hosing and stuff everywhere. I need a intercooler piping kit and some exhaust piping and a Y pipe so that I can make the down pipe connect to the MagnaFlow exhaust that I have. But other than that, I have most of what I do need to turbo this car, and I'm really excited to do that. Hopefully I'm gonna get it tuned by RevMatch Motorsports, and I'm aiming for about 400 wheel horsepower. I don't really know realistically, because I'm not gonna throw this car in a dyno, but I'm gonna be running around 10-12 psi of boost, and eventually I'm gonna be throwing flex fuel onto this car, and on E I should be able to hit 400 no problem. I'm gonna be doing it on a stock motor, not forging the internals or anything like that. Maybe when it blows up I might go ahead and rebuild the last motor on this car, which is also a 3-liter. So, funny story actually. The reason why I said I might be rebuilding the last motor on this car being a 3-liter, since the last video that I made, I actually blew the motor in this thing. Basically, what happened was when I did the 3-liter swap on this car, I did all the gaskets and everything on that motor. I had it out of the car, I had it on a stand, whatever. But the one thing that I skipped out on because I'm kind of an idiot, I guess, was the oil pump nut. And as you guys know, I do drift this car, and probably not a great habit, but I like the sound of rev limiter. So what ended up happening was picked up my buddy, and we were on our way to go pick up a part for his Z over there, and I'm smacking rev limiter in the rain, doing a slide, and all of a sudden oil pressure lights on, and my car is at 7,100 RPMs. Shut the car off, and then I ended up driving it down the street to his house with no oil pressure, because I figured the motor was toast anyways. Took the pan off. There was really not many metal flakes in the oil or anything like that. Everything looked good. The oil pump nut was sitting inside of the pan, and basically I put the nut back on, and since I figured, you know, motor's probably toast, I was just curious, I tack welded the nut to the sprocket, since I figured if I'm gonna be doing any rebuild to that motor, any service to the oil pump, I would just swap the pump itself. Basically got the car back together, started it, and it was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with it. I figured I figured I got away with it this time. Take the car for a rip, go down around his neighborhood, no problems, no oil pressure light, no noises, nothing. The car felt perfect. I go and do one pull, and the second I hit rev limiter, the oil pressure light came back on, and at that point, happened twice, 7,100 RPMs. I just pulled the car back to his house and towed it to my girlfriend's house, where I swapped in this motor, which only has about 100K miles on it. So, should be a much better candidate for boost anyway, seeing as the last motor had about probably under 70K when the oil pump nut failed, and it burned a ton of oil. But yeah, so now less motor, less miles, still gonna boost it. That set me back on track back on my track a little bit. I recently just got bored at work and decided I was gonna spend a couple grand and order a bunch of turbo parts, which my bank account hates me for, but doesn't matter. All in all, I'm just trying to build a car that I am gonna enjoy and have a shit ton of fun with. But anyways, I figured, wrong size, of course. It's a 6, that one. But anyways, I figured, you know, I wanted to make higher quality videos and whatnot. I wanted to make clips and record whenever me and my buddies are doing something fun and all that. But in reality, I figured uploading any video every once in a while, which I'll still put effort into, is obviously better than nothing. And I do want to see where this YouTube thing goes, and in order for me to experience that, I gotta actually upload. And so that's what I'm gonna be doing from now on. I'm gonna be uploading. If I do a little maintenance on my car, or maybe if I start working on a part out, you know, just record it. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh shit. And if you guys like it, if you guys are interested, if you guys want to watch, you guys watch. And if not, I still should be uploading something rather than nothing. And as time comes, as content opportunities show, I'll be able to make more entertaining stuff. Everything's apart. This is what I'm talking about. The pin that goes right in there and holds the handbrake shoe down to the backing plate keeps flying off, because it's obviously never gonna stay if the backing plate looks like that. Actually throwing a clip in there, a pin in there, whatever, is probably not gonna solve my problems. I might have another solution, and it might be a stupid one, but if it works, is it really stupid? So my possibly stupid idea is, what if I nut and bolt it to the backing plate? All right, so this is what I pulled out. This is the pin that broke inside my handbrake assembly, and there was also another one. And the reason why they keep breaking, or yeah, they keep ripping through this backing plate material, which I have no clue how it got damaged in the first place. And after ripping through this, they get sent into here, and then they get thrown around inside the brake drum and start making a hell of a lot of screeching sounds, and obviously break into a bunch of pieces. The spring broke. The last one of these actually bent like 180 degrees into like a U shape. This one held up pretty well, but regardless, it's still mangled and it's still useless. It's garbage. But what my plan is to take this nut and bolt, throw the spring on it, because it's supposed to have spring tension, throw it through this over here, and throw some red Loctite on the other side, and pray that this will stay tight and in place. I think it should work. I don't see any reason why it won't, but who knows? The only way to find out is by trying it. So let me go clean this up, because red Loctite ain't gonna work on grease. So I'm gonna go wire brush this and spray it with some brake cleaner, and then start trying to throw this thing together. Catch you guys in a sec. All right. So the whole idea is this can go like that. Probably should have tried that out first. Oh, it does fit. Okay, word. Thought for a second, oh shit, out of luck. A little bit of red Loctite, a little more than a little bit of red Loctite, but it's all good. I'm gonna try slapping this spring on here and see if I can get this nut to thread on. I don't know if it's gonna happen, maybe not. Nice. All right, let's see if I tighten this up and make this work. All right, we're actually getting somewhere. I didn't expect to have something even remotely seeming like it's gonna work, but that's an 11 mil. What the fuck? Realistically speaking, I don't see how this is not gonna work. I mean, this job is literally just the oldest handbrake assembly in place, and if I'm being honest, I don't think that this is going to be going anywhere. Let me throw this all back together. I don't really have much else to talk about, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be recording with my phone on this tripod and do a time lapse of me throwing this car back together. Alright guys, so car's back together. Got the head cam on. Y'all are coming with me for a test drive. See if this car's done making all types of annoying ass noises. Cause I'm not gonna lie, this car is literally just a non-stop fucking bucket of noises that should not come from your average car. I got this little side light on. Hopefully you guys can see something from the interior of this car. Realistically, it's a nighttime video and it's a GoPro Hero 7 on my forehead, so you're not gonna get great quality, but it's what I got right now. It's what I'm working with, and in the future I plan on upgrading. But let's see if the car drives better. Didn't have a lot of confidence in it, so I entered way too slow. Well, that's all I needed to know. I got no shoes on. I was wearing slides working on the car. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered to put my shoes on. Just figured can't drive in slides, so I'll drive barefoot instead. But all in all, the handbrake works. The car's not making annoying ass noises anymore. I'm happy. I also, before I recorded this video, my AC pulley was making noise, but there was next to no play in the bearing, so I was a little curious. I took the cap off the bearing and on the pulley, and there was barely any grease in it, but there was no play, so I packed it full of grease, put the caps back on, threw it back on in the car, and no noise from that either. So I'm happy I can finally enjoy driving this car again, because I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was driving a shitbox, because it was making noise from the back left wheel from the handbrake shoe dragging. It was making noise from the AC pulley on a cold start, and I'd have to drive it like 15 minutes for the noise to go away. But now the car sounds normal, it sounds healthy, and let's get another pull for you guys real quick. Damn, man. By no means do I have the nicest E46 out there, but I really never get tired of looking at this thing. This thing's fucking... I just love these cars. It's such a timeless design. You literally cannot go wrong with an E46. I love this car. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video of me just working on my car, taking it for a rip and just talking or whatever. I got plans to start uploading more often. I said that last video, and I really wanted to, but in reality what happened was I kind of just got busy. Life hit, and I just had a bunch of stuff that I had to deal with, a lot of stuff that I had to take care of. But all in all, like, I really want to start documenting my build and what I do. I want to start going back to drift events, because I went to one event on my birthday back in April, and I had a blast. I learned a lot, and the car did great. And honestly speaking, I definitely should be going back to more events this year. I made it to opening moves over Club Loose. It was awesome. Everybody at the track was great. I met a bunch of cool people, saw a bunch of cool cars, cool builds, and some amazing drivers. And really, that's the kind of community that I love being in, and I'm going to be trying to get back into it. Like I said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.